St. Simon, Mr. DiCroce here again. We're going to do a little geometry and we're going to calculate the surface area of a 3D shape. In this case, the surface area of a cylinder. Now, when we're talking about surface area, we are calculating the amount of space a particular object takes up. Or think about it almost like a soup can that you are wrapping a label around, or possibly attaching to the top or to the bottom. So that's what I mean by surface area. So we have here a cylinder with a height of 30 centimeters, and the top and bottom circles or bases have a radius of 10 centimeters. What I would recommend before you get into the calculation portion is to create a net of this 3D shape. So to open it up to see what shapes make up a cylinder. Okay, so away we go. We're going to begin with a rectangle because that forms the curved surface. And then we have a top and a bottom circle, like so. Okay, and there's our net. We can label it. Our top circle has a radius of 10 centimeters. So does our bottom. And we know that the height of the cylinder is 30 centimeters. So that would actually form the width of the rectangle, 30 centimeters here. We will get to the length shortly, all right, because that's a little bit more tricky and it involves the circumference of the base. The next thing that we need to keep in mind is our formulas for calculating area. So the formula to calculate the area of any circle is area equals pi r squared. All right, so we're going to use that formula for the top as well as the bottom. Area equals pi r squared. And we know the formula for calculating the area of a rectangle. That's quite simple. Area equals length times width. Okay, so let's begin with our circles. So we have a top and the bottom circle with a radius of 10 centimeters, and we know the formula is area equals pi r squared. So at this point, we are going to substitute these variables, pi and r, with the corresponding amounts. So pi is 3.14 times the radius, 10 centimeters. Now that radius is squared, that's repeated multiplication, which means that it is multiplied by itself. So 10 centimeters times 10 centimeters again. Okay? Now, that would be the area for just one face. We know that we have two faces, a top and a bottom. So we're going to put brackets around that because that's only for one face. And once we calculate that area, we're going to multiply it by 2. Okay, two faces, our top and our bottom. Okay, so at this point, we're going to do a little bit of calculations. 10 squared we know is 100. 100 times 3.14 will cause a decimal place to move 2 places over. So that's 314 centimeters squared. Now we need to multiply that by 2 because we have two bases. So 314 times 2 is 628 centimeters squared. That is the area of the top and bottom of this soup can. Okay, at this point, we're going to look at the label, which forms the curved surface of the cylinder, and that label happens to be a rectangle. Okay, here is our length, and here is our width. This 30 centimeters in height corresponds to the actual width, So that's 30 centimeters. Our length, on the other hand, actually corresponds to the circumference of this circle. So the distance around this circle, when you unwrap it, actually forms the length of the rectangle. So we know that circumference, the formula for calculating the distance around a circle, is 2 pi r. So now we're going to substitute the variables. 2 times pi, 3.14, times our radius. Our radius happens to be 10 centimeters. So this will give us the length of our rectangle. So 2 times 3.14 times 10 is 62.8 centimeters. So we have just discovered the length of the rectangle. Now we go back to our formula. The area of any rectangle is length times width. So our length, we said, is 62.8 centimeters, and our width on this side is 30 centimeters. So the area of this shape here, okay, the area is 62.8 times 30 equals 1,884 centimeters squared. That is the area of the rectangle, or the curved label wrapped around the soup can. At this point, we can calculate total surface area by adding these two together. So total surface area is going to be equal to the top and bottom faces, which are 628 centimeters squared, and the label, the rectangle, okay, which is 1,884 centimeters squared, to give us a grand total of 2,512 centimeters squared. So this is the total surface area of the cylinder. Thank you for watching.